Doesn't kill you first.
No death can tear us apart.
George Nolfi, who's famously known for The Adjustment Bureau and The Banker, has recently explored the world of post-apocalyptic survival thrillers with Elevation, a creature feature that put quite a fresh spin on the genre. Set against the breathtaking backdrop of the Colorado Rockies, the film combines human vulnerability with the primal fear of the unknown. At the heart of the story are terrifying, hard-shelled monsters called Reapers, who are designed to exude a chilling, predatory aura. According to Nolfi, creating these creatures was a lengthy process, drawing inspiration from the natural world and the way animals move. With Elevation, he's aiming to use his signature nuanced storytelling to explore how people confront grounded fears when faced with overwhelming odds. From what I can tell, this post-apocalyptic thriller has hooked audiences with its gripping story and terrifying Reapers, which have driven humanity to seek safety in high-altitude communities. Starring Anthony Mackie and Morena Baccarin, the film follows their characters, Will and Nina, as they work together to fight back against these deadly monsters. After a nail-biting struggle for survival, the movie ends with a post-credit scene that leaves fans on edge, teasing that humanity's fight is far from over, and setting the stage for what could be an explosive sequel. So what's it going to be about? Without wasting another moment, let's find out. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
We're gonna have to fight them eventually.
What is Elevation about? To sum it up for the people who have not seen Elevation, this film is set against the stunning backdrop of the Rocky Mountains and imagines a world where humanity is forced to survive above 8,000 feet to escape relentless predators known as Reapers. This fresh take on the apocalyptic genre comes with an unusual twist where the restriction of altitude becomes a matter of life and death. Below the 8,000-foot mark, humans are easy prey, but above it, the Reapers seem unable or weirdly unwilling to chase them. In Elevation, Will is constantly worried about his son Hunter, especially after they've just used the last filter for the oxygen machine that keeps him safe during his asthma attacks. Desperate to get the medical supplies his son needs, Will decides to make the dangerous trip below the safety line, to Boulder, with Nina joining him with the determination to find a way to destroy the Reapers. While they leave, Katie, Will's close family friend, refuses to let him go without her and is willing to risk it all for them. Together, the trio venture into the unknown, where the true fight for survival begins. From here, Elevation sort of takes on the feel of a video game side quest, with Will, Nina, and Katie scavenging their way through various locations to gather supplies, while barely surviving their heart-pounding run-ins with the Reapers. Now, Nina is the only person who has ever fought the Reapers and survived. The sole reason that motivated her to make this trio was her belief that she can find the resources to make a magic bullet to kill the Reapers once and for all. Katie, on the other hand, has a clear fondness for Will and a dislike for Nina that rivals his own. As for the Reapers, their design feels familiar, like a remix of many alien threats we have seen before, and like Nina later describes them, they're giant murder bugs hatched from the ground, which is how they've managed to wipe out most life below 8,000 feet. Anyway, as soon as the trio crosses below the safe altitude, the Earth's new apex predators are quick to pick up on their scent. Their first close call comes on a ski lift that they manage to get working just in time to escape. Although Will had planned the route to minimize their exposure after taking the group through abandoned mining tunnels, they soon find out that the Reapers have made their way underground too. When they find a way to evade the Reapers from detecting them by holding their breath, not everyone makes it to the ruins of Boulder. Moments before they can find a way out of the tunnel, Katie walks in on a Reaper who wastes no time to pierce through her body and drag her towards the dark end. But there's still a glimmer of hope for humanity by the end, as Nina finally finds a way to kill these murder bugs after they restock on Hunter's medical supplies. So early on, Nina salvages a piece of Reaper armor to experiment on, but her initial attempts in the lab of Boulder do not go well. After several failed attempts, she finally decides to add cobalt to the mix, and dips the bullets in them. Fortunately, it works, giving her just the firepower she needs to kill the first Reaper that attacks her. Following this, we see her bullets trigger a powerful reaction, causing multiple Reapers to self-implode on impact during the moment the Horde had Will cornered in the forest. With this method proving effective on multiple creatures, Nina returns to their community feeling victorious, even raising a pirate flag to celebrate their win. Elevation ends with Nina and Will leading a team armed with cobalt-coated bullets, ready to join the fight against the Reapers, and take their first real stand, because for the first time in years, humans finally have a chance against the monsters who erased about 95% of human population on Earth. What was the post-credit scene of Elevation? Unfortunately, Elevation doesn't wrap up perfectly with humanity's new advantage over the Reapers. In the post-credit scene, Will and Nina look up at the sky only to see meteors falling towards Earth, which is a clear hint that the fight might be far from over. This quick shot leaves room for different interpretations, which could mean even more Reapers are on the way, potentially more advanced or even capable of attacking at higher altitudes. With altitude playing such a key role in Elevation, the post-credit scene against humanity might soon face an entirely new challenge, one that could force them to abandon the mountain heights they've depended on for safety. The meteors seen crashing to Earth hint at the terrifying possibility of a skyborne version of the Reapers, or a completely new predator that might drive humans back below the 8,000-foot mark. On the other hand, these meteors could bring a different kind of Reaper, one with abilities that make mountaintop communities just as dangerous as the lowlands. The film's elevation-based survival gimmick could easily be flipped, with humanity scrambling to adapt to a whole new threat, whether it's back to the lowlands or even underground. Now, one of the most fascinating questions Elevation raises is the origins of the Reapers. I mean, where did these dino-sized murder bugs even come from? The film has given us many clues that these terrifying creatures might not be mindless beasts after all. They're mechanical and possibly even human-made, maybe an experiment gone wrong. This opens the door to a dark possibility where the entire apocalyptic scenario could be part of a twisted experiment or a survival test designed to push humanity to its breaking point. The timing of the meteors in the post-credit scene, just as humans start to take back control, adds another layer of mystery, suggesting the Reapers may be arriving in waves, each one forcing humanity to adapt to harsher conditions. If that is indeed the case, their fight for survival is far from over. The ending of Elevation leaves plenty of questions hanging, setting the stage for a potential sequel. Why were the Reapers sent to Earth? Could this all be part of some twisted experiment to test how humans adapt to different threats? And if the Reapers are man-made, who created them and why? There's really no shortage of mysteries left to unravel. Whatever happens next in Elevation, one thing is for sure. With Nina's intellect, she would likely be leading the charge, helping Will and the rebels adapt with a new look and approach for the tougher battles ahead. This shift could also reveal these alien predators to be both adaptable and unpredictable. But there's another intriguing possibility that the meteors might not bring more Reapers, but instead new creatures. They could be alpha hunters coming to target the Reapers themselves. This would bring a similar twist to Aliens and Predator, turning Earth into a battleground for an intergalactic feud. There's also a deeper, mind-bending twist that Elevation could explore, one involving time travel and alternate realities. Throughout the film, there are hints that the Reapers might actually be man-made, suggesting they could have been left on Earth by time travelers as a kind of purge, similar to the story of the Eternals. Some fan theories even suggest these incursions might be led by humans from another timeline or world, aiming to correct something in the past. This concept, where humanity itself has altered its own history, has echoes of movies like Kin, further complicating the story's true purpose. Overall, with the speculation or prospect of a new variant of the Reapers, especially the kind that comes from the sky, or follows an entirely different set of rules, it could bring a fresh and terrifying twist in a sequel, where the new challenges would push humanity to adapt in ways they never expected. Can we hope for a sequel of the film? The ongoing test of human ingenuity and resilience could be a central theme if Elevation expands into a franchise, but whether Elevation will see a sequel depends heavily on its financial success. The future of the film as a franchise completely hinges on its ability to resonate with audiences and turn a profit. With a budget of $18 million, the film would need to rake in around $60 million in order to secure a solid profit and increase its chances of getting a green light for future installments. However, Elevation is up against some heavy hitters at the box office, including Red 1, Moana 2, Gladiator 2, and Wicked. Plus, the early reviews of the film have been mixed, which might dampen its momentum. Whether Elevation can overcome these hurdles remains to be seen, but its distinctive theme could give the film an edge if it strikes the right chord with viewers, and there's always a chance Elevation could become a sleeper hit. If it manages to build a loyal fan base, particularly among sci-fi and horror fans who appreciate fresh and original ideas, it could definitely help boost ticket sales and generate buzz for a sequel. Streaming platforms could also play a big role in keeping the film alive longer, giving it a chance to find a wider audience and spark curiosity about a potential follow-up. Going by the possibility that a sequel might happen, the post-credit scene implies that one way or another, the threat isn't fully gone. Will and Nina will have to continue leading their community as a new wave threatens to extinguish them, pushing humanity into an even more desperate position. Speculation is that they will perhaps face a new type of Reaper, or another deadly creature from the meteors. This will likely push them to get creative in their fight for survival, possibly leading to underground hideouts or even space-based solutions to combat the growing threats. Beyond just survival, a sequel could dive deeper into the mystery of the Reapers. Are they the result of a man-made experiment or test? And if so, who's behind the devastation? A follow-up could explore the origins and motives of whoever or whatever is sending these waves of threats, possibly introducing new characters who have key information about the Reaper's true purpose. This would add more fascinating layers to the story, shifting it from a survival thriller to a gripping mystery that tackles bigger questions about human resilience, ethics, and control. So far, Elevation has set the stage with its gripping premise, thrilling survival action, and a cliffhanger post-credit scene that leaves fans wanting more, and if a sequel happens, it could dive deeper into the world it's built, and explore even bigger questions about humanity's ability to endure against these ever-evolving threats. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see if the film's box office performance and audience response are strong enough to keep the story going. If a sequel happens, Elevation could grow into a lasting franchise, with each new installment presenting even greater challenges for humanity and pushing the survivors into more dangerous and hostile environments. Whether it becomes a one-time hit or the start of a larger saga, Elevation's mix of horror and science fiction is bound to keep you hooked on what comes next. So what do you guys think the sequel of this film should be about? Let us know your thoughts and theories in the comment box below. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
We're gonna have to fight them eventually.